Hey guys, thanks for dropping in and checking out another one of my videos. I will say before it gets started that I was debating on putting this video up. It didn't turn out the way that I had planned for it to turn out, but you know, every video can't be perfect, so I'll talk to you guys after you see the clips. Alright guys, so we're back today trying to fish the Honeoye Creek. So I've got the same setup as before. My Fluger President, size 20. It has the 4-pound test on it still, and it still has the same inline spinner. But I don't think we're going to be able to get down close enough to the water here. At least not with the shoes that I'm wearing. So not over here. This is usually the spot where we fish. You can kind of see where all the water just collects there in the middle, but it's looking a little bit too strong today. It's looking like the water is moving too quickly upstream as well, and I'm not even going to bother checking downstream, so we're going to head out of here and we're going to go to a nice little pond that I fish at pretty much every chance I get after work, so I'll see you guys there. Alrighty, so here we are. We're at one of my favorite ponds to fish. I got a different setup in the car. I've got this really small spinner on. I came here the other day and I tried using a pretty big spinner and I didn't have any luck. I did see quite a bit of fish in here, but they were all pretty small, so that's why I figured I would give a small inline spinner a try. And so if this doesn't work for us, I've got a jerkbait in the car as well, so we can slow things down and maybe get some fish to bite. Now, if I do have one complaint about this spinner, it is that occasionally the spinner doesn't like to spin. Oh, there goes a bluegill. Occasionally the spinner doesn't like to spin, so I gotta give it a nice little yank after it hits the water to ensure that the spinner, the blade, is actually gonna, you know, do its thing. You guys see that? There's definitely a bluegill over there and he's going for that bug. There, he got it. He got it. I feel like I felt a hit there. Oh, there's a bass down there. Felt a bite. Definitely not the fish-filled day that I had planned to have. Now usually that pond is teeming with fish. You know, I can go down there every day after work and I can toss a line out there and I can just fish after fish after fish, you know. But I guess it's still a little bit too early. The fish are still a little bit too small. So after I fished there for probably 2.5 hours. I think I started at 4 right after I got done with work, and then around 6:30 or so I decided, you know what, I can't take it anymore, because I was getting bite after bite after bite, but they were all just super small to the point where I couldn't even really feel the bites happening. Those 3 that I showed you there of me getting bites, those are probably the most eventful things that I had. After that, I did feel pretty defeated, you know. Usually a pond that is killer, nothing at all there, so I packed things up, 6:30, got everything back in the car, and I decided, you know what, before I head home, I'll stop at Vitale Park, which is the park at the north end of Canisius Lake, and I'll see if I can catch anything there. And that's the outlet. So I stopped in there. I didn't throw my camera on me. Like I said, I just completely defeated. You know, I just thought, what's the point? So I went in there with my fishing rod, and I was casting maybe 5 or 6 times, and then ended up playing Pokemon Go, and then, you know, for 10-15 minutes, and then back to casting a few times, back to Pokemon. And it was just, I wasn't feeling too confident, you know. But then I was there probably until, well, it was like around 7:50, because I know the exact time when I caught this fish, but I did catch a fish. I did catch a fish down there. Around 7:50, I was starting to head back to the car. I planned on being home by 8 o'clock. I started heading back to the car, and as I was heading back to the car, I saw the fish popping, and for some reason, that moment is when everything just clicked for me. I thought back to all the times at the pond where they were popping and all the times at Vital Park where they were popping, and then for some reason it all just clicked and I realized, why am I fishing with a spinner? Why am I not fishing with some sort of bug, you know, to try and replicate what it is that they're going after? And I remembered that I have Rebel, what's it called? A Rebel Crickhopper sitting in my car, so I booked it to my car, which was only maybe 30 feet away. So I ran to the car, got the lure tied on by, 5 minutes in. So 7:55 it was. I start casting out there, and they're just going nuts on this thing. But again, they're all so small that none of them were hooking up. And I thought, I'm probably going to end up snagging, you know, instead of actually catching one in the mouth, hooking one in the mouth. But I managed to hook one in the mouth, and I did take a picture of it. So right now is probably going to be when the picture shows up on the screen. But that's all I got. It was about 8:01 is what my phone tells me. So it was too dark anyways to be recording. So even if I was recording down there, it's not like you guys really would be able to see anything by the time I actually caught the fish, you know? So that's it. I'm glad you guys, you know, dropped in and gave me a watch, saw what was going on, and hopefully next week is going to be better. Hopefully I'll be able to get out and get something then, but if not, I don't know, would you guys be willing to see some of my equipment, or do you still want to see this sort of stuff even though I'm not catching anything? Just let me know down in the comments, and subscribe if you want to see some more videos that hopefully have more fish in them, fingers crossed. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next one.